So we do have to wonder, what is the real secret? What is the big disclosure that just will not be released? Because we still feel like we're getting bits and pieces. And I have said before, the interdimensional or spiritual aspect of these beings is important. And I believe that is the true nature of these beings. And I also believe it's going to be spun a different direction at every turn. Because the one thing I've said for a long time is one of the reasons that this has not been disclosed, that nothing will come out, is that the military-industrial complex does not want humanity to know that it has been cooperating with angels and demons, that it knows how to summon them, that it knows how to request things for them or make agreements with them. And by the testimony of some whistleblowers, that's exactly what the military-industrial complex has been doing for a long time, since at least the 1940s. And that's the one thing that I always felt like, if they let that cat out of the bag, that they were willingly cooperating with demons, that it would truly take down the entire military-industrial complex. But I may have been wrong. There may be something else that's being hidden, something bigger, something that is on a massive scale and would affect every human being on the planet. And you're about to see exactly what that is. Ancient prophecies. When we read the writings of Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher who was born in 4 BC and lived to 65 AD, he wrote a variety of letters to a friend of his in about 64 AD, just before his passing. And in some of those letters, he hints at something that would be coming in the future for all of mankind. In letter 9 of his Letters from a Stoic, Seneca says, "But what sort of existence will the wise man have if he be left friendless when thrown into prison or when stranded in some foreign nation? His life will be like that of Jupiter, who, amid the dissolution of the world, when the gods are confounded together and nature rests for a space from her work, can retire into himself and give himself over to his own thoughts." And in letter 71, "From what is free from the risk of change, neither earth nor sky nor the whole fabric of our universe, though it be controlled by the hand of God, it will not always preserve its present order. It will be thrown from its course in days to come. Whatever is will cease to be, and yet it will not perish, but will be resolved into its elements." To our minds, this process means perishing, for we behold only that which is nearest. Our sluggish mind, under allegiance to the body, does not penetrate to bournes beyond. In his De Republica, he says, "If the universality of fate can be any comfort to you in your bereavement, realize that nothing will remain standing where it now stands. That old age will topple everything and sweep it away. It will flatten entire mountains. It will swallow seas, divert rivers. Elsewhere it will make cities disappear into huge chasms, shake them with earthquakes, send plague-ridden air from deep below, cover all habitations with floods, kill every living creature as it drowns the earth, and scorch and burn all that is mortal in huge fires." So you're probably starting to see the theme here. Now, there are many other ancient writers that talked about these same things. Another writer around the time of the 1st century that wrote of this same thing was Josephus. In his Antiquities of the Jews, chapter 1, section 2, verse 3, he says, "The Sethites were also inventors of that peculiar sort of wisdom which is concerned with the heavenly bodies and their order, and that their inventions might not be lost before they were sufficiently known, upon Adam's prediction that the world was to be destroyed at one time by force of fire, and another time by the violence and quantity of water, they made 2 pillars, the one brick and the other stone, and they inscribed their discoveries on them both." So here we see Josephus recounting that the Jews also had prophecies of not only the flood of Noah, which has occurred in history, but a future coming deluge of fire that would sweep over the earth. So we could go on, but I just wanted to show that ancient writers have talked about this prophetic vision of the conflagration of the world for a very long time. But now let's move forward to some of the recent disclosures in the past few decades about the exact same thing.